Hello everyone, my name is Piyush and my roll number is 2510999078. Today I am going to demonstrate my D project of SAT 112 Data Science and AIML. In this project I get the API of YouTube and by selecting four news channels such as BBC, Fox News, CNN and MSNBC and for I've selected these channels on regards to a particular topic. Here I have to choose my own topic, that's why I have chosen COVID-19. And in this video I am going to analyze and going to show how we analyze the views, likes and comments of these videos. Here in collect.ipynb file I have imported all the necessary things such as settings, credentials, etc. and out the perform all the cleaning activities to sum up the data or so that we can understand what we want to analyze, how we can analyze what are the things which can get through the videos like and get the view to get the positive feedback. And this is my D task and these are the instructions I have in which I have performed to get the YouTube API and get get it through and install the Conda install Google API.client to make it work on Jupyter Notebook. And then I collect the video and here you can see the these are the links of the whole video which I have collected from YouTube and these are the channel names which I have chosen on COVID-19 and this creates in collection.cpu ipnby creates a .csv file for me so that I can it creates all the likes and comments. It puts all the likes in the CSV file, video and comments.csv file. Here I import all the libraries such as pandas, seaborn, matplotlib, re for regular expressions and so on. Here firstly I clean the data so that to check if there any error or mistake or null value present in the column. So these are the columns which we get. Moving to the first question, we'll firstly check write pipe. We'll firstly check the question. Here it is saying write Python code to prepare data for analyze visual and comment. So we'll firstly read the .csv file from the location where I have saved and then I published and it used data and format here. Actually it analyzed the video and comments and converted it into simple format. Yeah. Now I do have a first question. In this question we compare the we compare the view count, like, comments with regards to the frequency. Means with regards to the viewers, how many viewers view the video. Firstly, we have defined the column name which we have chosen three columns and then plot a subplot for each value and then firstly for x is 0 means for first plot which is in x is 0 we created a histplot and then we define video.plot kd means we are overlaying it with the kd plot. Here we cannot see the kd plot but it's still there because due to the more it's a very large number of view counts or the data given by the video, that's why we can't see it properly, but it's there, you can see. And for x is same for x is 0 means for second plot with respect to light count we have created. Here we have set x label means the the value on the x-axis and the value on y-axis, which is frequency. And have inside title we have addressed the plot one with the addressed the plot with the plot two. In the last we have created the axis 3 means for third plot. Then tighten the layout so that it automatically adjusts the plot accordingly so that it does not overlap each other. And then show them all the comparison of plot. Here we observe that histogram shows the frequency distribution of values like count and comment. It also indicates that most videos have low engagement. Here we can see the most videos have low engagement. Only some videos or slide videos have higher likes and comments. We can also see that histogram show the frequency distribution with regards to bins. These are called the bins. It's the range or interval between the two consecutive values, and KD plot is used to show the distribution for smooth probability distribution for smooth data representation. And when you overlay them both, we can see more accurate and clearer view of the data distribution. Moving to next question. In this question, we have firstly defined a data frame and assign two columns, only two columns, and remove all the null values from that column. We have removed the null value so there does not be breakage or any kind of uh, irregularity in the graph. Here we have defined the threshold, means the maximum value, means the up to which how many maximum comments or we have maximum comments we have to pick. I have set it to 5,000, and then define that the comment count will be less than the threshold value. And then to create to visualize the whole data, I have created a violent plot in which we define the values on x-axis, y-axis, and data frame which we have to take a scale width. It is used to set the same width for fair comparison. It will set the same width on both sides so that we can compare it fairly. Then inner quartile, it is used to divide the Euler plot into different sections, such as it is the mean point of the Euler graph. It helps us to get the particular distribution, how is the data is distributed. With the help of this, we can evaluate the data, how number of likes and view count accordingly. And I have set palette is equal path. It is a soft color theme for completing a violet plot setup. In a customer the plot, rotate the value, rotate the name given in the x-axis to 45 degrees so that it does not overlap the other names for better readability. I set it on the right. And label or address the each side with a particular title or name, and set the while limit, means the while limit. You can see that we have set the while limit for 0 to 5%. Here I have set it. And then at last it will tighten and print the columns so that it will check. We can check that all the columns have been included in the plot. We observe the while plot show the all the distribution of all numerical variables across categories. It is used to generally show the distribution of all the numerical values in news and politics and parental communication lines. It helps us know the most values are concentrated across different categories and make it easy to compare different groups. In the above plot, we can see that violent plot is wider at bottom and low engagement, which means low engagement. More is wider at bottom, which means it is low engagement. And if we alternately, if it is wider on the top, then it has more engagement of the pupil. And also, if it is taller and thin, means also means that it has high engagement. Eventually, if it has a structure like this, then it will have more engagement and more like. But in our case, in for some few likes, it has more. That's why it is steeper from the top. So this is our third question, in which firstly again we firstly define the data frame and pick some columns and drop the null values from them. Here there I have set the quantile range to be 0.95, means we calculate the 95% of the higher outlet and so that set it to the up to 95%. We set the comments and likes data up to 95% and then filter the data accordingly so that it gives the outcome less than 95% so that we can visualize or represent it the better way. And in this graph, we have set it to 90 less than 95%. So you can see that we can see this tip of the violin graph, but here in our previous question we haven't set, so we can't see it. That's why we have set it here 0.95 so that we can visualize it in a better way. Then I have filtered the data and set the range of like comment less than 95% and plotted the figure. I have set the dimensions, width and height of the each plot and then subplot it. Firstly, it is called the one is row and the two is column here, and one is the name of the position of the graph. Then I have defined the category name, comments, count, and width, same as we have done in previous question, and plot the x-axis to 45 degree to better visualize and to increase readability, and then again for the ca- uh, then again for the likes count, I have made another violet plot and then label it with different names, and at last tighten and show the particular graph. We observe, you can see that the variation in the both the plots. There is slight variation in the both the plots. If we see carefully, we remove. Let's see the observation. Here we remove the extreme outlier using Euler plot to compare distribution, density, and variability of comment across different categories. Using, as you can see, we have used 0.95 value, 95% of quantile. At last, this plot gives us clear and structured view of distribution of both likes and comments of news, which we can compare to evaluate the result. Yes, we can see that they give us a clear point of view of all the views, comments, how they range and how they are distributed or spread across the whole graph. So this was all my demonstration. Thank you for watching the video.